Welcome to Spotlight Gulf Coast, a weekly showcase of people and events across South Mississippi. Spotlight Gulf Coast is partnered with William Carey University and sponsored by the IP Casino Resort and Spa, the Trenchard Scholarship Fund, and the Butch Ostelet Foundation.
Hi, I'm Samantha Bignell with Keesler Federal Credit Union, and I'm your host this weekend for Spotlight Gulf Coast. We wanted to thank our sponsors for their generous support. And today with me, I have Ms. Frances Alsop and Deputy Goff from Jackson County Sheriff's Department and CASA of Southeast Mississippi. How are y'all doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
Great, thank you.
Thank y'all for joining me. I know that CASA, a lot of people don't know what CASA is, so why don't you give us just a really quick description of what CASA is? I know because I'm the Vice President of the board, but we want everyone else to know what great work y'all do.
CASA is court-appointed special advocates. Our mission is to recruit and train everyday citizens to be a voice for children who's been abused and neglected through the youth court system.
And I know what a difference it makes.
Absolutely.
So we have a really big event coming up, and I know that in Jackson County we really haven't had one of these types of events recently, I think in the last that I can remember. But why don't you tell us about our Touch-A-Truck that's coming up?
The Touch-A-Truck is part of the Jackson County Holiday Fest. The Holiday Fest actually, they had one last year, they hosted it last year. This year they invited us to participate with Touch-A-Truck, so it'll be our first time. We are so excited with all the vehicles that's coming in. We are so pumped about this. Those big rigs are going to be great to climb up.
Oh, I'm excited. And there won't just be vehicles and stuff to come on, there will be vendors as well. There will be some other sponsors there giving away items and different booths for the children and families to visit, right?
Absolutely. We have a special guest coming, Santa Claus. So he'll be coming in and we're excited about that. Yeah, it's really going to be a fun day.
So why don't you tell me a little bit more about the Sheriff's Department's involvement in this event?
The Sheriff's going to bring, we've got military MRAP vehicles that our SWAT team uses. We're going to bring patrol cars, airboats, motorcycles, just things that kids can see but they never really get up close to be involved with. So Sheriff's going to provide a lot of them, so hopefully it'll make kids' day to not only see Santa Claus but also see some really cool trucks.
So I got it on good authority that I guess they were voluntold by myself that the children should be able to crawl up in the SWAT vehicle and be able to visit and all that. My husband will be working that. I told him he had no choice. He will be out there assisting as a member of the ESU team. So we are really excited about it. I know that they're excited about being involved with the community in that way and being able to, interact with the kids in a positive manner. So, and that's really important to the community. I would be remiss if I didn't point out that Keesler Federal Credit Union is one of the main sponsors for this event coming up, along with our new sponsor, who
Dad's Super Pond there in Pascagoula.
And that's amazing.
It is. We are so thrilled about that. Keesler has supported us for many, many years, and we're really excited to have Dad's join us as well.
And we love having new sponsors, from both myself as Keesler Federal and as part of the board. Anytime we can expand the awareness of CASA and the difference it makes in the environment, in the community is just huge. And getting those businesses on board is the thing that we want to do. And going forward, we are not closed out yet, so we can have more sponsors, we can have more businesses involved. And if they want to be involved, how can they reach out to CASA to let them know?
They can just give us a call or they can go to our website at casaofsoutheastms.org.
And we would love to have them there day of if they want to set up a booth, give out any information, give out any items, be involved in any way. If they have a special vehicle that they want to bring, they can reach out and see if you have that already.
Right.
And we can get them involved.
Absolutely, we would love to have them.
So is there anything special going on at the Sheriff's Department that you have coming up in the next couple months that the community can be involved in?
Right now we're real busy, of course, with the fair coming up. That takes a lot of our time. Halloween, we've got a lot of trunk or treats that we're doing, a lot of stuff for the kids. Also, the Sheriff's reaching out with his new community outreach program. We're trying to get out in the communities and touch base with the people up in the counties and get a little one-on-one with the Sheriff and the administration if they've got any questions. So we're pushing that and hopefully really kick it off really big first of the year.
And I attended one of those actually just the other day.
You did.
And those are great. I really feel like it's important for the community to go, even if there's no issues, just to hear what's going on in the community that they might not know of. So that's huge. That's why I try to get all of them, because you never know what you don't know.
Exactly.
And I love the fair. I am a kettle corn girl. I love it. I'll be there for fair lunch, get some gumbo, and do all of that. But we do have some big stuff coming up at Keesler Federal Credit Union that coincides with CASA. In November, we'll be kicking off our holiday toy drive, which all of our branches will collect items, toys, clothing, and anything that they want to bring, bikes. And all of these items will go to the CASAs or Child Advocacy Centers in the region that the toys are brought in. So all of ours in Jackson County will go to our Jackson, George and Greene County CASA. Our Harrison County ones will go to our CASA of South Mississippi. And it's just a way for our community to give back and the credit union to give back to those who need it the most. And that we know that. So.
And it's so appreciative. We're so grateful for that. These kids' Christmas, they deserve that.
They do.
They deserve it.
It's a changer. And I also want to do a little push out that if anybody feels inclined, teens, anything that a teen would want, they're really the left out, demographic of people in foster care. And if you have something that you think a teen would like for Christmas, bring it to the credit union and we can get it to the foster children. And that way they're not left out.
Right.
That way they're not, picking from dolls and Barbies and Legos. We can actually find something that calls to them. So it's a big deal. So I know that the Sheriff's Department does something with toys and a little bit of that. Can you tell me a little bit about what y'all do?
That's our Santa Wears a Badge program, which will be involved with the CASA at this Holiday Fest. We set it up in 2014, and it's a way that we can help children and families that may be low income or having a rough time. It's able to help them through Christmas and not make it a bad time. Last year, 2024, I think the numbers that we had were around 330 families with approximately about 850 children that we provided presents for. So that's a big help.
And how do you get those presents?
We'll set boxes out throughout the communities. A lot of businesses that we contact, they'll set the boxes up. We'll have boxes there at the Holiday Fest if somebody comes there. And if you don't know where one's at, all you have to do is call the Sheriff's Office and we'll tell you whichever's local and close to you. We try to set out numerous places that people can drop off.
So they can bring items to the Holiday Fest and donate there.
We will have boxes there.
Will there be any other collections going on at the Holiday Fest?
The animal shelter will be set up, and so we're going to be collecting food for the animals and any kind of supplies and so forth that they need to help the animal shelters.
I know blankets is a big one. Blankets, towels, food, dry food, a lot of that stuff is really big for what they do with all of that.
For sure.
Is there any other fundraisers or anything else coming up with CASA that we kind of need to keep on the horizon?
Just the year-end campaign, just the holiday giving. We will roll that out toward the end of November, and that'll go through December 31. So anybody that's would like to give to something that is that truly makes an impact and touches children's lives. I
would say changes.
Yeah.
Because it does.
They do.
And if they want to join as an advocate, all they have to do is reach out to our CASA program, whether on our website or on our social media. And I can attest, because I've gone through the training, that it is, one, worth it and not as hard as it seems. Right. And it will impact not only the children's life, but the volunteers as well. So
absolutely.
It definitely changed my life being on the board. Yeah. So, well, I appreciate both of y'all coming with me today and spreading a little bit of what we do with the Gulf Coast. So thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you, and we'll be right back to cover a few more topics, such as our Veterans March coming up and a big announcement that we have coming up from one of our locals that I'm really excited to share with you. Hi, I'm Samantha Bignell with Keesler Federal Credit Union, and welcome back to this segment of Spotlight Gulf Coast. Today I have with me Lucas and Atticus Tosh, and I am so thankful to have y'all on the show with me because that means a great time of the year is coming up, and that is our Veterans Day March.
That's right.
Which is something that I think you started how many years ago?
We started in 2023. We try to get it around Veterans Day, but this year we're actually moving to November 15th. Mm-hmm. So I think a few other events on the coast kind of took precedent, but we're still getting it out there in March on
Right.
November 15th. Yeah.
We got lucky last year. I think it fell right on Veterans Day or close
Yeah,
to it.
I think so. Right,
Yeah.
right. That weekend leading up to it worked
Yeah.
out really well. Yeah, the first year was spot on.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what you're going to be doing.
Yeah. So this year we continued our teaming partnership with the Fifth Squad nonprofit here in Mississippi. The Fifth Squad is a great organization that raises money for veterans throughout the state of Mississippi. They have what I would like to call a rapid reaction fund.
Mm-hmm.
They can do anything from paying for utility bills, toiletries, you name it. They really step in to help veterans, and they remove the red tape, which is a huge issue for anybody dealing with a stressful situation like that. But our campaign, we are going to start out on a ruck march from Pass Christian, Mississippi, and we're going to go 28 miles to the Government Street Grocery in Ocean Springs. We're really excited about it, and we're hoping that folks will come out and join us.
Are you going to be joining on that run?
Not this year, but I am going to do it when I'm older.
I'm very excited for that. I am older already because today's my birthday, and I'm not going to be doing it. But I love that you will be participating when you're older, and I will be there cheering you on because, fun fact, I used to be a cheerleader way back when. But tell us a little bit about why we're doing the amount of miles we're doing.
So yeah, the 22 miles, this event, we're actually calling it 22 plus 6. I'm sure you guys will see the flyer. But the 22 miles represents the unfortunate statistic that 22 veterans take their own lives every day. That's something that it's very passionate to my heart. It's something that we're trying to combat. And we believe that people like the Fifth Squad and their mission really hones in on that ability to reduce the overall stress of life and can really combat that number and continue to push that number down. And then the 6 miles, the plus 6, a dear friend of mine, Randy Jolly, was killed on March the 1st, 2025, in an unfortunate situation in Texas. And Randy was not a veteran. He was a big supporter of mine throughout my life and been a dear friend of mine. And that last 6 miles represents him.
And I knew Randy personally, so I'm very thankful that we're doing this in his memory. It is, I think, a great addition to the impact that you're already going to be doing with this march. And why don't you tell us a little bit about your history with being in the military so we can give the audience a little bit of background.
So I don't have a very colorful background in the military. I went to the Marine Corps. I probably didn't have the best attitude prior to that. But once I got into the Marine Corps, they really kind of ironed out those wrinkles that I had in my life. Which I'm very thankful for. I oftentimes tell people the Marine Corps gave me a lot more than I ever gave it. And then once I was out, I went to government contracting and really got to have a worldwide experience through that lens, more so than being a Marine, but that just wasn't I wasn't called to do that. But when I was a contractor, I had much more colorful experience. But no, and then ever since I've gotten out, I've tried to find a way to give back to the Marine Corps, and now I'm able to give back to all Mississippi veterans regardless of their branch.
Which is something I know that I feel strongly about, and Keesler Federal Credit Union does as well, as we are a premier sponsor of the Fifth Squad. We sponsor multiple of their events, and just as a whole, we partner with them on a lot of things. Their mission aligns a lot with the credit union's mission and values of building better communities and helping people, and that is strong. That's something we feel very strongly about, especially with the amount of veterans and military that we have here on the coast and all throughout Mississippi.
Yes.
There's a lot of people that I don't think realize that this resource is out there.
I don't think they do, and I think that's something that we're really trying to bring attention to, is that this organization has such a unique ability to step in and help in real time, whereas other situations, whether it's the VA or whatever the case may be, whatever other organization is out there, there's so much red tape. And these guys really remove that red tape from the situation and can step in immediately and help out.
Right.
And I think that's massive. Just from my own past dealing with stress in my life, had I had a resource like that at certain points, it would have been a godsend.
Right.
And I think these guys are. And you know, we have other community partners this year that are really stepping in and helping us out. The Government Street Grocery in Ocean Springs is going to be our endpoint, but they have volunteered to host us this year, and they are stepping up in a big way, and I couldn't be more thankful for those guys over there.
Now, if somebody doesn't want to walk the full 28, what is their options to participate?
So yeah, you don't have to walk at all, right? This is something you can simply donate to. We have myself and Atticus are going to hit the streets hard this week. We're going to go out and ask businesses to help sponsor each mile. And then we're also going to see some other folks and see if people will participate, whether they walk or they don't. None of that matters. We just really like to raise more money for this great organization here in Mississippi.
And it's not a race.
It is not a race. We are walking together as a unit. I think that's a big deal too, right? We want to walk together as a unit to represent that solidarity. Oftentimes people forget that those cloudy days exist regardless if there's sun outside or not. And I think us walking as a unit shows that unity and that we're carrying the burden as much as we can in those 28 miles. So
there's options if people want to donate. They would go to where? Where would they go?
The Fist Squad's website. I'll send you all that information. I don't have it memorized, but it is an event in the Fist Squad website that you can donate. You can go through our Facebook page and our Instagram page at March for Vets.
Okay, so we'll have a Facebook event, March for Vets. It's already out there and live because I know I've already marked that I'm going because I will be there. And then the Fifth Squad Mississippi is their social media page.
Yes.
So you can go there and it'll bring you to their website and you can donate. You can register to walk. Is that an option?
Register to walk with me as well. I think there's $30 to $35 to walk with me. We really want those numbers in as soon as possible so we can account for the number of police that we'll need for the escort, if we need EMS or anything to that degree. But no, we want everyone to come out and walk with us. And you can walk as little as you want or as much as you want. You can jump in at any point down Highway 90. That will be our route.
So some people could jump in at the Golden Nugget
100% and walk across the bridge.
And it wouldn't be that far
to
walk across the bridge and then down to Government Street Grocery.
That's right. And if you want to walk those last 6, if those that do know Randy, if you want to walk those last 6 miles, you can jump in at the Veterans Memorial at Smallcraft Harbor in Biloxi.
Where the Gold Star Monument is?
I believe so, yes.
Keystone Federal Credit Union put that up there?
Okay, it's right there, right next to Hard Rock.
A little to us, we had a big thing. And that's something also that we do is those Gold Star monuments are very important to us, is bringing awareness to the Gold Star families and showing our support is something that the credit union feels strongly about. And we're hoping to expand them throughout our region, so there'll be more information on that, I'm sure, in the future. But we do have one in Biloxi right now. So
awesome. If
you want to join in for Randy, you will join in around there.
Correct.
But you could join in really at any point and hop
step
out.
Correct. You can step out at any point. We had that last year. We had several people jump in at the Coliseum and they walked to Keystone Federal Park with us. So you can do that. Absolutely.
Well, thank y'all both for coming, and I'm really excited about the weekend. So
thank you so much for having us.
And thank you for sticking around. We'll be right back with a big announcement from somebody that we think that you'll want to hear from. Thank you. Hi, I'm Samantha Bignell at Keystone Federal Credit Union, and I am your host today for Spotlight Gulf Coast. And thank you for joining in on our segment today with one of my all-time favorite people on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and that is Matthew Bounds. And you're also known as your barefoot neighbor on all the social medias, right?
Yep, that's me.
So I love what you're doing on the Gulf Coast. I know I was kind of watching you, and then I was like, you know what, I really need to meet him. He is making major changes. And I think since the last time we had you on, you had a birthday.
I did.
So happy birthday to you.
43. Thank you.
And I turned 38 today, so
happy
look
birthday.
At us, birthday people.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. But you did something major for your birthday that I really feel like needs to be highlighted a little bit more. Can you tell me what you did?
Yeah, sure. We decided we were going to raise as much money as we possibly could for 20 nonprofits for my birthday. I went live on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and we stayed live for almost 27 hours, and we raised between that live and 2 more, we raised $350,000 to provide to 20 different nonprofits.
That's amazing.
A lot of the nonprofits were here on the Gulf Coast.
Yeah. It's a huge impact.
Huge.
I mean,
very big.
And your nonprofit covered a range of different
Yes.
needs and groups and all those things.
All sorts of stuff.
So why don't you tell me about some of the biggest or some of the most impactful that you feel like you were able to donate to?
Yeah, well, the big focus was, and really it all came about because we were going to raise money for food pantries and food initiatives. And that's how the idea started. And then it just kind of grew and I kept adding to the list. But 6 of the nonprofits are food related. So they are either serving hot meals or they're a food pantry or providing food to food pantries. Yeah.
That's huge. That's something that the credit union also sponsors with, and we do a lot of partnerships with that. Some of the same ones that you do. That's what caught my eye. I was like, oh, we work with them as well, and
love it when worlds collide.
Yes, it is a huge thing to me. But you've also had another big time this month with a something that just recently came out.
Oh, yep, a new book.
A new book.
Yeah, I wish I had a copy of it here to show y'all, but I don't even have a copy yet. We're still tweaking the cover and making sure everything's just how we want it. But it did go on pre-sale, so it's 80 brand new recipes, 80 foolproof recipes to make your life delicious. That's the tagline. So we do the usual, you know, my shtick is easy, delicious, 30-minute one pot, crock pot type stuff. We've got a whole chapter dedicated to that. But we dove into date night, so I've got some dinners for 2 that are things you may not normally cook on a weeknight, and we really break it down into easy steps so you can get that done. We do a Sunday dinner. We've got cooking for a party in there, and we've got desserts. I had so many people ask me on my last book to do desserts, so we've got a whole desserts chapter in this one.
And I love that because your book makes it easy for me. I'm not a cook. I'm not a cook. Everybody who knows me knows I'm not a cook. That's not something I enjoy. But I'm able to cook with your cookbook. It makes it easy. It makes it clear for me of what I need to do. And it doesn't take forever.
There you go.
And that's my thing. I don't have time to take forever. So a lot of your stuff is one pot meals. So I'm not dirtying up all the stuff in my kitchen.
Right.
And that's important to me.
And the new book is called Keep It Simple, Y'all, Every Day. And so that's really what we wanted it to be, was the every day, every occasion. If you need a 30-minute meal, it's in there. If you want to take the extra time and make a cake from scratch, I've got that in there too, and it walks you through step by step. You can't mess it up.
Because not everybody's life is just the same every day.
Right.
You know, you have big moments, you have important times, but then you also have busy schedules. You have all these meetings, you have kids, you've got things.
Yes.
So you need to have all the ranges of
There you
options. Now, is there an option to get it in a digital book, a digital form?
There is. You can get it on Amazon. You can get a Kindle version.
Nice. I do love the Kindle version, but when I'm cooking, I need paper.
Yes.
I need pages. So where can they find your book? How can they pre-order?
They can pre-order the book anywhere you like to buy your books. Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Walmart, Amazon, you name it, it's there.
When will it actually be available in store?
April 7th, it goes
April
to print.
7th.
Yep, but you can get your pre-order in now.
And how can they get a signed copy when it comes down to it?
Oh, you can order through Past Christian Books. My current book, Keep It Simple, Y'all, and the new one, Every Day, you can get a signed copy anytime through Past Christian Books.
Awesome. And they can do that on their website?
Yep, just order it on the website.
I love that.
Yeah, Scott texts me whenever they have orders, and I ride down there and spend an afternoon signing cookbooks for y'all.
It's not a bad way to spend an afternoon.
No, it's not a bad way to spend an afternoon, no.
Now, I do know that there's a few, big things coming up that you will be involved in, and one of them is close to my heart, and that's Junior Auxiliary.
Yes.
I'm a life member for Junior Auxiliary of Biloxi Ocean Springs, and in a few weeks we have our Junior Auxiliary Gulfports Gala, and you will actually be there. What will you be doing for them?
I'll be emceeing the event. So
That'd be fun.
I just got an email the other day that I've yet to respond to, but just getting ready for it and going through the schedule of the night and what my role will be and what they need from me. So it's about time for me to start getting my head around that and getting ready for it.
Are you going to wear a tux?
Oh, for sure. And sequins.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to move things around so I can be there. But if people want to see you, they can buy a ticket to come to this gala, and all the money goes back to the kids.
Yes.
And children that need it, child welfare projects, and things in Gulfport and that area that are really children focused. None of these. Junior Auxiliary is not a nonprofit that has any employees. It is strictly all volunteers. All the money goes back to the community. Yeah. So it's a huge thing that to be involved in.
It is.
Are there any other events that you'll be involved in coming up?
I haven't announced it publicly yet. Last time I was on this show,
right?
I had not announced the fundraiser publicly. I'm partnering with the city of Gulfport, and we are gonna put together a fundraiser for kids who normally wouldn't be able to go to the Harbor Lights, and we're gonna have it set up to where people in my audience can sponsor a wristband for a kid to go and enjoy the Harbor Lights one night. So they'll get to go and meet Santa Claus, and the wristband gets them onto all the rides, and they get to have the full experience at the Harbor Lights. So be on the lookout for that. I don't know exactly what date we're going to launch that, but it's coming. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that Keesler Federal Credit Union will help bring light to that so that people will be more involved, because you are definitely one of Keesler Federal Credit Union's favorite people, as well as mine. And we appreciate all you do in the community and just all you do for everybody. It's huge. Whenever I saw that, I was like, he is somebody that I need to know.
Well, I get to do all the fun stuff. I get to MC the gala. I get to
I don't
do
think
all this
staying up
really
27
cool
hours
stuff.
was the most fun, but
It
you
was
did
it was
because you knew it was going to make
pure
a difference.
adrenaline. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I have to plug that I just partnered with Keesler Federal Credit Union. So I think by the time this airs, that campaign will be posted publicly. So
And I think that's one of the best things that we could do.
yeah, it was a lot of fun creating that content for
And I mean,
Keesler.
we give back so much, and so do you. It was a no-brainer.
It was, yeah.
Absolutely. So.
And I already bank with Keesler, so.
Which we appreciate.
Yeah,
because
so it was easy
you
when
knew
they-
how great the credit union is to its
Yes.
members, and you know just how great a credit union is to take care of its people. So, well, I appreciate you coming and talking to us and giving
Thank
us
you
little
for
few
having me.
secrets and talking about your book. So,
For sure.
Thank you.
Anytime. Thank you.
and thank you for joining in, and we appreciate you spending your weekend with us. And we want to thank our sponsors one more time for allowing us to come to you. You have a good weekend.